Yeah. What's up, beautiful soul? So, I wanted to go ahead and I asked Spirit, what should I do a prophetic word on, right? And immediately he brought me to these visions of these outrageous spiritual encounters that I had as a child. That is, I didn't want to actually be transparent about it, but he told me that I should. So he brought me to Hebrews 13. So we're gonna go over this scripture, then I can get into my testimony. Okay. All right. Hebrews 13. Okay. Keep on loving each other as brothers. Do not forget to entertain strangers. For by so doing, some people have entertained angels without knowing it. Okay? Remember those in prison as if they were their fellow prisoners, and those who are mistreated as if you yourself were suffering. Okay, people, I just want to go ahead and, break this down. Just because you're in prison don't mean you don't deserve no respect. You understand what I'm saying? Re- Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all the sexual immoral. Okay, so morality at a character level can be misconstrued for narcissists. Let's be clear. Okay, being that I have mastered alchemy, I have a different understanding of humanity. We have all been men, we have all been women, okay? But that doesn't mean that morality doesn't go across the board. You understand what I'm saying? Morality. Don't go be no thought box. You understand what I'm saying? Don't, I used to be victim of these apps, sex apps and stuff like that. That's immoral, actually, very immoral. So, it is key to try to defeat that beast of immorality and sexual immorality where you're being extra. And you can't be with one person, you understand? For a religious narcissist, they would take this a whole nother way, okay? Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? A lot of people are caught up on getting the bag and not being more spiritually aware or evolving spiritually, but I want to make this amount of money, you know what I'm saying? When the bigger picture is, how can I evolve spiritually? How can I be a better version of myself? How can I self-love more? Remember your leaders who spoke the word of God to you. Consider the outcome of their way of life and imitate their faith. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday as forever. Okay? Do not be carried away by all kinds of strange teachings. It is good for our hearts to be strengthened by grace, not by ceremonial foods, which are of no value to those who eat them. We have an altar for which those who minister at the tabernacle have right to eat. Okay? Strange teachings. You could tell who's anointed. Okay? You could tell who's not a false prophet. They glow different, period. It's a given. Okay? As an earth angel, I glow different. I didn't, growing up, receiving so much envy and weird ass, excuse my language, weird undertones from people and side eyes, and I never understood it until now. But I am the light. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of fighting the light, ask for wisdom, ask for knowledge, you know, because we don't hate. You feel what I'm saying? But God put us as the real prophets. Okay, we got the tattoos, we got the piercings and stuff. But that's why it's revelations, because nobody is looking towards the real prophets for knowledge and wisdom. If so, it wouldn't be so much going on. You understand what I'm saying? You follow? If it quack like a duck, it's a duck. And it's a lot of ducks. You understand? The high priest carries the blood of animals into the most holy place as a sin offering. But the bodies are burnt outside the camp. And so Jesus also suffered outside the city gate to make the people holy through his own blood. Let us then go to him outside the camp, bearing the disgrace he bore. For here we do not have an enduring city, but we are looking for the city that is to come. Okay, it's okay to have an altar at home. You don't have to offer no animals. And better yet, just get some feathers that you see, you know, seashells and stuff that you see, remnants of animals work great for altars, okay? Through Jesus, therefore, let us continuously offer to God a sacrifice of praise, the fruit of lips that confess his name, and do not forget to do good and to share with others, for with such sacrifices God is pleased. Okay, self-explanatory. Obey your leaders and submit to their authority. They keep watch over you as men who must give an account. Okay, us 144,000. Everything I seen as a child, all the bullying, all the immoral behavior. People that I was a recorder for the utmost highlight God, even as a child. So everything that I seen and endured, God seen and endured. Come on, okay? Again, I didn't know that until I was woke and I realized who I was and how anointed and special I was. Okay? Because if it wasn't for God, I would have stayed and probably tried to fight for some type of bad attention or dysfunctional behavior and been okay with that from a place of lack if it wasn't for Spirit leading me here. Okay? Pray for us. We are sure that we have a clear conscience and desire to live honorably in every way. Okay? Honorably in every way. Every way. Okay? I particularly urge you to pray so that I may be restored to you soon. Okay? Okay. Let me touch on this sexuality thing, right? It's 2022. As a child, from a young age, I was a kid. I was like 8 years old. Parents never home, so I was just able to be in the house. Dad was in a totally different state. And so I used to hang with these kids. I'm 9 years old, hang with these kids. It's like 11, 12. They used to take me to the forest and used to fondle me and all this other type of stuff. And I didn't really understand. I thought that was being my friend. But this set the tone. And then on top of being abused at home, this set a complete psychosis that I had to, in my character and in my soul, that I had to fix. Okay? On top of, so they would bring Playboys to the woods, and we would all sit there and play with whatever, but I was the youngest. You understand what I'm saying? But I wanted friends. You feel me? So then I had a girlfriend, right? Next thing you know, nobody was home. I didn't have no parents were home. Again, if a parent was home, I was being abused. And there was this 16-year-old gay boy next door. So, who clearly was going through his own trauma from being a military brat and having no parents home. You understand what I'm saying? And whatever he went through. So he became my best friend, and he used to take me to the woods again and try to have sex with me and all this. But I was so young that it didn't register to me what it was. So one time we became really good friends, and he's real flamboyant. So I went to the pool with him, and I started acting real feminine because that's how he was, but I had no type of influence. So one of my dad's friends, because my dad was a socialite, he was always at the club, drinking, doing whatever he was doing. Anyway, but it definitely wasn't being a parent. Okay, so I'm at the pool with this boy who I just thought he was my friend, and so I had no other type of influence. So my dad found out that I was at the pool acting flamboyant and feminine at a young age because this boy, who was a commander's son, was molesting me. My dad wore me out, beat me. And all I could say while he was beating me was, "I'm sorry, I didn't know." You understand? So after that, I'm growing up, and I still didn't feel like I never seen gender. So I never thought felt like I never knew what gay was. I never understood the birds and the bees. So I never understood racism. I never understood gender biases, or relationship, or men shouldn't mess with men or whatever. Okay. So eventually, as I get older, I'm like, this all falls in places that I hold a divine masculine and feminine. I didn't understand why men was attracted to me. Never understood that, right? But it made sense as Spirit told me as I got older. So then in elementary school, I always wanted to hang with my brother. Like, he was carrying guns at 13. I was, again, being abused, mistreated by stepmothers, whatever the case is. And his friend invited me over. I'm like, oh my God, I got a friend. He took me over to his place and told me to suck his dick. And I'm like, no. He beat me up. So when I went to go tell my dad, and I went to go tell my mom, my stepmom, nobody cared. Nobody said 2 words to me. They beat me up. Like, they didn't beat me up. It felt like it because they didn't do nothing. But that boy wore me out. I fought my life to get out of there. So then I told my brother. My brother's still cool with the boy. So then after that, I end up going to another friend's house in the basement, and we just chilling because I just wanted friends. This boy tried to pin me down, and I got so scared. He pinned me down real aggressive, and I screamed, and I got up, and I ran. So after that, and then at this time, I had a girlfriend, and it was kind of like weird because I kind of raised myself. I didn't know. I never had no parents home. Dad focused on his wives more, or his sisters. So he wasn't really focused on me. If anything, I was just raising myself, so I had no idea what was really going on. So then, my first stepmom started dating a lesbian because my dad was never home. So we're more with the lesbian than we are with the dad. So they having sex and all this, and we're sitting there and we're like, she's like a dad figure to us. So, so that was something that I had to see, and it made something the norm for me. Mind you, this same stepmother is like this holy roller, and even named my sister after her. Sean, her name was Sean. the lesbian. Named my sister because my stepmother was mad at my father. So I had a baby with my dad's sperm for this lesbian. I'm the bad guy because I'm not afraid to keep it a buck. Okay, but they never told my sister. But they told my sister they didn't want her dealing with me because of my lifestyle. Because they knew how I was cut. Even as a young age, I was gonna keep it a buck with her. So I found that out. Anyway, so the life of a chosen one, right? Pressure make diamonds. So then after that, it was just some random shit. I'm just seeing a lot of weird ass stuff. So I'm literally getting beat with stitching cords in the bathtub. Me and this boy, we was in the bathroom because my mom was babysitting, and he was like, little boy was like, you want to play swords? He was older than me. But I was like, I guess. I don't know what that is. I get beat for that. Mind you, not even me. You feel me? So then again, go back to Alaska, and the boy beat me up because he wanted me to suck his dick. And I'm like, no. Right? So nobody helped me, nobody nothing. On top of being abused. So this is how everything came into place. Apply even now why I gotta check myself and the Jezebel beast in me. Okay? So then I grow up and my stepmother, then I got a new stepmother, right? And we go to Philadelphia, and my cousin has a bachelor party. And I kid you not, it's a pregnant woman came to the hood party stripping. You could see all inside of her pussy and all of that. I was so disgusted. It wasn't that I even like men or like women. I just was disgusted. Like, I seen so much, and then the dude, they was liking it. I just seen so much nasty ass shit. So then I had this cousin, rest in peace, that passed away. He was younger than me, but he used to like touch on me while I was in the same bed with him. So again, I'm thinking it's the norm. So we sitting here rubbing on each other's legs and stuff like that. But I don't know, because even though I was older, I was still not, because nobody raised me. I was still young. You feel me? It was crazy. So he passed away, and I talked to him, and before he passed away, he called me, and he shared some things with me that only I would know. You feel me? And it's because he was trying to tell me that, you know, he got down or whatever, and basically he was just okay with the you feel me? That, you know, he was just letting me know that he see me and I see him. You know? And I felt a little bad because, you know, we both got sons or whatever, but at the time, and then shortly after he passed away, you know, but I felt like we shared some type of situation that we were close. You feel me? But he was the aggressor. It wasn't me. You feel me? But I felt like I told a cousin of his, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. As I got older, I realized who to trust and who not to trust. Okay? So I told her just because I wanted her to know. The same cousin that I told when I was around the time I seen the lesbian, the girl who was stripping with the pregnant, that was pregnant, she had all her cavity. We had to go stay at her house one night. I was like 11. So she had gay porn, just 11, 12. She had gay porn just laying. So me and my male cousins just sitting there like, what is this? Just gay porn just sitting on her fucking, excuse my language, sitting on her VHS. And she, again, you feel me? So, this is all to say. So then again, I'm not the aggressor. I'm just slow because I wasn't raised, you know, you feel me? So I kept it a buck with this cousin, because it's the same cousin that told me about my stepmother running my name in the mud. And my stepmom used to adopted her years ago. And from what I heard, some sexual shit, immoral ass shit happened with that. So it's just some raggedy stuff that people are carrying through families that is not being nipped at the bud. Nobody is checking their self. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that ain't even it. So mind you, I'm still close to my auntie to this day. Amazing woman. Amazing. And my abilities is, I stayed over there when I went to go visit. And my cousin was like, told me to tell her that he's sorry he left her. That was so sweet. I don't think it clicked to her, but I told her, I said, I don't want to say his name, but my cousin said that he's sorry he left you so soon. He's sorry. And I know she connected because I know she loved me from here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So then I'm growing up slow and just not present. So then I joined the military and I literally don't know anything. So before I had my first, so I didn't even know if I got down. I didn't know what was going on. So I joined the military and I'm getting this weird attention from guys and girls, but then I'm getting jealous guys and jealous girls. It's a combination. So I never understood why, you know, but I know now. So I literally met this guy on the base, same base I was on, right? And literally, you know, I was dating here and there. Actually, I was dating, but I didn't know really, you know, I kind of fell in love, but I didn't know what love was, you know, because I never knew. So then, eventually, after I stopped talking to the guys who I was like talking to, they all left, was kicked out of not kicked out, but they left Korea. So, this guy that I went to go kick it with, it was this senior NCO. I went to his room, he got me drunk and he raped me. Like raped me, bro. Like blood all over, blood everywhere. Held me down. And it's so freaky in my mind because I let him. I felt like, because I didn't know what love was, so I let him rape me. And I flipped it in my head like he cared. But as I think back now, I was mentally fucked up. I let this dude rape me, bro. Like, and you know, because I wasn't raised right. So then, I remember as a kid, I don't remember my brother molesting me. Let me just say that. I don't remember that shit. Okay? But let me tell you what happened. I got out the military because that shit affected me. All that shit affected me. From me being a thought box and all types of shit, it affected me. You know, spirit really take a village. Spirit got me together. But listen. So after getting out the military, I go through this crystal meth situation where it's a stream of drugs, letting dudes take advantage of me. I'm taking advantage of dudes, even females. I have no clue, bro. Like, I have no clue. Until I OD'd a couple times, and I'm like, what is going on? So I just let people were attracted to me, and I didn't understand because I never raised that I was attractive. I wasn't raised that I was. People stopped. I don't know. I had no self-esteem. Even getting out the military, that rape situation fucked me up the whole career. And then as soon after that, the current stepmother basically lied and told the entire family I had AIDS. Listen, turned the whole family don't fuck. Look, it was ridiculous. Mind you, because I don't even know what sexuality is. So these people are like trying to judge me, put labels on me. And I wasn't even raised to know what the hell is going on. So I'm just bamboozled here. So I'm just hurt, depressed, on drugs. It's just too much. So then when I get sober and I feel like I'm doing good, Guess who called me at 34 years old? My dad. My brother in prison. Mind you, my dad got, okay, so there's 4 kids. This the one that's named after the lesbian. This sister's in prison for 223 years. And this the brother that's severely handicapped. Okay, listen. So when I'm together or whatever, I feel like they didn't want me to grow. They didn't want me to step into my life. This nigga called me and told me that my brother called him from prison and said that he feel bad that I'm gay because he molested me as a kid. I'm like, first of all, why would you tell me some shit like that at 34 years old? Because some shit I don't even remember. Y'all, I am not, listen. So then your mind start going. Because I'm smart, you understand? Listen. Because at this age, God's Spirit working with me. I went to college, all that shit. But when you on them drugs, you just dumb yourself down. But when I was sober and listening to some shit like that, you immediately think somebody trying to, the stepmother got a degree in psychology and is like playing this dude like a fiddle. Like, look, listen, got him whipped. Listen, you don't even want to, look, that's just a little piece. Listen, okay, so I'm like, why would he tell me some shit like that? Right? So then that's when I realized we cut from a different cloth, because you have no reason to even, that's messy. And that's my brother. Some shit I don't even remember. Okay? I ain't gonna say nothing else. Anyway, so then I'm going through life and I start going through the spiritual awakening. I think I'm in love with people. Then I think I don't know what love and lust is. I don't know the difference. I think every relationship fights, and I was putting hands on niggas. Look, actually not really. Niggas was giving me the business. Like I'm getting a relationship with dudes that got a whole relationship with bitches. Excuse my language, sorry. And I'm not knowing it. And then I go outside and they together, and then my heart broke. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting in situations like that. Or I was in a relationship and then years later, I'm literally meet somebody and they tell me why I was living with dude, he was sleeping with them the whole time. This was 5 years later. And he was on crystal meth. And I was sober. I thought I was in the best relationship. Covered by love. Thought what love was, it was fake. It was fake. Got niggas' name tattooed on me and everything. Listen, to this day, I don't consider myself gay or straight. Okay, I'm a being. Okay, I'm attracted to men and women. Okay, I even went on a date with a trans man. Let me keep it. It's a new age. Okay, so y'all get them old outdated views of the Bible out of y'all heads. It's a new age, so y'all need to conform it to a new. Okay, as an earth angel, I hold a divine masculine and feminine. My features are divine masculine and feminine. I didn't know this as a kid. Okay, and the light in me, I'm an angel. I'm a divine being, powerful. But my power came in when I was younger, that people felt this type of sexual intense light. Okay, that can be misconstrued by someone who is dysfunctional. Okay, so I'm saying this to say, I've seen some real, and that's just the surface of, especially in the whole doing the drugs. Thank God I'm sober. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for spirit. Sober. people see my light, and they seen that I'm not the type to, I don't live a lie. I don't live a dog and pony show. And so that's what people's problem with me is. You know what I'm saying? I spit facts. And my facts incriminate people. You understand what I'm saying? But even amongst so much turmoil, even amongst so much abuse, I still stayed righteous. So it gives nobody excuse for not being righteous and treating someone with respect. Okay? And this is why I'm such a stickler, even with my son, about who babysits him, who watches him. I got into it with my baby mama about he's around and all this other type of stuff. Don't have him in no beds with no other little boys. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? Or no little girls, period. So he's old enough to decipher who he is and who he want to be. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, she real lackadaisical, so we got into it. You feel me? I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Period. Anyway, so I wanted to, God told me I needed to keep it a buck with y'all. I don't give a fuck who is upset, who is bothered. It's my testimony. Okay? If people were not dysfunctional and fucked up in the head, I wouldn't have to give a testimony about immoral behavior. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was the one that went through heartbreak, blood, all types of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And the people that I really loved and fell in love with, they either went off, have died on drugs, or they left me. And so that was a heartbreak. And so it caused more trauma and dramatics. And then it's just, Spirit got me together. So I had to give a testimony. I had to. Because we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? If you have kids, have your kids. You know what I'm saying? But you teach them morality, like the book said about sexuality. Don't bend it to like, oh, everybody going to hell that don't love pussy or whatever you want to construe it to be. Any relationship can be immoral. If it's a man and a woman and you beating her up, you sleeping with other women, or y'all just slutting it out with each other, swingers. I had one of those. I was a swinger with my, you know, me and my ex-wife was swinging. That's how we became cool. We was swinging. That's immoral. Not okay. So when I say I had to step into something that was not built from a place of lack and being in immoral behavior, that's me being a buck and keeping it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I was scared about even doing this prophetic word because it's a little bit intense. You feel me? But I needed to keep it a buck because I'm not here to be scary. I'm here to lead souls and humanity to a higher consciousness, to peace. And those type of things didn't bring me peace. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't bring me peace. Okay? But because I know facts and truth, I have, you know, I have someone I could talk to, but I don't have family and shit like that because people mad. People mad because I got receipts and I got the facts. You understand what I'm saying? On everybody. Okay? And that's just to keep it a buck. And it ain't that I'm saying trying to incriminate nobody. Because I just told you all my little business. But the fact that my business got to do with other people's business, people mad. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not here for that. If I could reach a soul with this information, if I could reach a mother, a father, and get someone to think twice about leaving their baby alone, misguided, then that's what I'm doing this for. Okay? Whew, I did it, Jesus. And I love everybody. And you know, I'm sorry if my testimony is if whoever watching this, I had to keep it a buck. Because God told me, I even had a conversation with Spirit. I was like, I don't know. You know, but Spirit told me I must do this. All right? You don't have to know them to love them. You don't have to know them to wish them well. We all got to do better. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm here as a new day prophet. Okay? An angel, an oracle. I see past, present, future. I talk to the dead. Okay? I am an angel. An earth angel. If you want to give me a lie detector, let's get it. Okay? But that's why I've been under so much pressure. Okay? And I've been through so much because my testimony is what makes me an angel. Okay? Namaste. Did I show you my tail though? Look. They braided my mother into a tail.